Six fam, we are back again for another reaction video. Runner up, we got some more President Big Daddy Trump, y'all. So hey, look, it was like two of y'all that requested the LA, and I promised you guys that I was gonna get to it today. Shout out to Vicky and shout out to Scott. I think I'm saying those names correctly, but you guys recommended me to watch this one, and I knew about these guys. Like I said, I just be busy sometimes, but Donald Trump says FEMA is not good after LA fires tour. Congressman Brad Sherman pushes back. I heard Trump is like going crazy in this one, so hey, let's just hop straight to it, y'all. Let's do this.
Mr. President, my name is Tracy Park. I represent the people of the Pacific Palisades on the LA City Council. I wanted to thank you for your loyal support to our military, our police officers, and especially our firefighters.
Thank you. Thank you.
My top priority going forward is to get these men and women home as soon as possible and open up the pathway to begin their rebuilding process. It was the Army Corps of Engineers who announced last night that it would be 18 months. I am fully committed to doing my part on the ground with our state agencies and our city and our county partners to speed this up.
Good.
I just ask for your ongoing partnership with FEMA and the EPA and our other federal agencies to make sure that we have a commitment across all layers of government to get these people back home. Thank you, sir.
I do. Thank you very much. It's well said. I do have to say,
Well
FEMA is
said.
a big disappointment. We had it working well. We had great people, but FEMA is not good anymore. What FEMA did in North Carolina, you know, they still haven't even gone to certain areas. They don't know what they're doing. And I say, you don't need FEMA. You need a good state government. And when you have a problem in Los Angeles or when you have a problem even in the state of California, you have your own, essentially FEMA. You fix it yourself. You don't have somebody coming in from a state where they have no idea, like Florida. They come in from hurricanes. They have people staying in Alaska. And now they see, oh, this is very nice. But by the time they get familiar with it, they don't know anything. The FEMA is a very expensive, in my opinion, mostly failed situation. We had great people. We did some great jobs. But each state should take care of their problem and get money from the federal government. It would be so much better, so much more efficient. So we're looking at that. Because we have had, and you're going to have problems with FEMA too. You've already had problems with FEMA. FEMA doesn't even show up. It takes weeks before they even show up. And what happens is the state then relies on FEMA and nobody does anything because FEMA doesn't show up. So it's not a good situation. So we'll make some recommendations on that. But you have to push like hell to get the permits because I'm just hearing things that I don't like to hear. I think you're not going to get your permits as fast as people are saying. We have to get them in. Mayor, if I can help you at all in that regard, you'll let me know. But you're going to have all your federal permits. That's going to be the easy part, which, by the way, is by far the hardest part. You know who controls your water is Department of Commerce, and I already have that approval. And that's usually a very long process, but that's the hard part was the federal, but we already have that done. So anything I can do, please let me know.
Mr. President, if I can just defend FEMA a little bit.
Yeah.
They brought
If you can defend FEMA, oh snap, here it comes, y'all.
thousands of people in. I don't know how they're doing in other states. They're doing a good job for us here. They've got a huge center that's open from 9 in the morning till 8 at night. But also, when you have a disaster this size, you need to be able to deploy thousands of people, which they've been able to do. Now, California, if we did it on our own, maybe we'd have thousands of people.
You do.
But if Rhode Island has
You
a
do.
Palisades disaster, are they then supposed to keep
How many
thousands?
people do you have in California? 36? How many million?
close to
How
40
many million people do you have?
But
You have 40 million people. You're not going to get a few thousand people. The problem with FEMA is they come from all over the country. They end up in arguments with your people from California because they want to do it a totally different way. And
They're getting
I can
along
live
fine.
either way, but you haven't gotten very much done with FEMA because, and all you have to do is look at North Carolina. It's one of the great disasters of all time.
And Mr. President, you can't have Rhode Island maintain a staff of thousands and thousands of people waiting to see if they have a disaster.
You know who came in and fixed North Carolina or the process? Other states.
Bro, do they know who they talking to, bro? Like, Trump is not caring, bro. Like, this man here is a pushback guy. Like, you not finna overrun Trump, bro. He don't care what you talking about. He ain't trying to hear none of these people, bro.
States, people from all over the country came, and you have the same thing. You have a lot of people from all over the country. Getting the people is not a problem. Getting the organization's a big problem.
Once again, guys, I've never been like really big into politics, but this man here has really got me like more interested in it. So I will be definitely like getting more into this kind of stuff because Trump is like an entertaining guy, even if he's not even trying to be, and I respect like what he's doing. He's just a funny dude. Like, he does not care. He just says what's on his mind. He don't care what you think. He's really not a politician. Like, he don't give me politician vibes at all. He's just trying to get shit done, and he's doing it.
FEMA's incompetently run, and it costs about 3 times more than it should cost.
I'm hoping
we
that
can
you
spend
can get a
money
better
on
run.
schools instead of giving money to bureaucracy. It takes you so much longer.
Mr. President, I
Fight.
thank you
So much
FEMA
longer.
for helping our people.
FEMA has a
Shut up.
standard, Brad, and I'm a builder. I was a very good builder. FEMA has a standard that's so slow. They want permit on permit on permit, and then they want permits on top of that. If you use FEMA, you'll be here for a long time. What I'm saying is get the city, get the state to give you immediate 24-hour permits. These people are going to build their own homes. They're going to get them built fast. How many of the people, could I ask you one question? How many of the people, what are people going to do for financing? What are people going to do? How many people can build a home, percentage-wise, like where they don't have to go out and get funds? Some people are just not going to be able to rebuild their home because they have a beautiful home, but they don't have cash.
They don't have the funds.
So what are people looking to do in that case? You're going to have a big percentage, I would assume, Brad, like that. What are they going to do? Go ahead.
Mr. President, without your help, they're only going to get $43,000 from the federal government, even if they have a half
Well, you
million
know,
dollar
you did
uninsured
something,
loss.
Brad, where every insurance company in the country left California. That's why you have no insurance, because you made it so impossible. People that think like you made it so impossible. And you know,
Brad, me?
every
Wow.
insurance company.
I don't know what
I'll
you
tell you
know
this.
about my thinking.
I've never
Get
seen
'em.
a state where almost nobody has insurance. And I said, what happened? And they said like 6 months ago they all left. And 2 years ago they had different, quadrants, but they left. And you have very little insurance here. I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
We had a lot of insurance companies pull out, but I have
And
no
the
idea.
insurance companies actually have been warning you. Now, I'm not a big fan of insurance companies, okay? They have their big drawbacks too, but the insurance company, I read the papers very well, and they've been warning California for a long time. They've also been saying, we want water. You don't have water. You're supposed to get fire insurance. And the insurance company goes, you don't have any water in your fire hydrants. So it's a tough situation. I'm not a big fan of insurance companies. I get that.
They're pulling out of
But
Florida
Brad,
as
you
well.
lost your insurance company 6 months ago because the state wouldn't give them what they had to have.
So President Trump
Wow.
also stopped by Los Angeles yesterday before arriving in Vegas to tour the devastation left by the wildfires in California. And Governor Gavin Newsom showed up to the tarmac uninvited. After that, the president put Democrats on blast for far-left policies that are stopping fire victims from rebuilding their homes.
You have emergency powers just like I do.
Yes.
You can do everything within 24 hours.
Yes. And if individuals want to clear out their property, they can.
Everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work, and they're not allowed to do it.
And the most
a
important
week
thing
is
is
a
for
long
people to
time.
be safe.
Facts,
They're
bro.
not safe.
And without
A week
your
is a
help,
long
they're only
time.
going to get $43,000 from the federal government, even if they have a half
Well,
million dollar
you did
uninsured
something,
loss.
Brad, where every insurance company in the country left California. That's why you have no insurance, because you made it so impossible.
What
I'll
you
tell you
know
this.
about my thinking.
I've never seen a state where almost nobody has insurance.
We had a lot of insurance companies pull out, but I have
And
no
the
idea
insurance
what.
companies actually have been warning you.
I loved the transparency of all of that.
But we are going to move as fast as we can, but we want you to be safe, and we want you to be back in your homes immediately.
But the people are willing to clean out their own debris. It doesn't
Yes,
cost
and
a
they
lot.
can,
You
and
should
they are
let them
able
do
to-
it, because
No,
by the
they
time you
can do
hire
that.
contractors, it's
Right.
going to be 2 years.
If a family...
People are willing to get a dumpster and do it themselves and clean it out.
And they can
There's
do
not
that.
that much left. It's all incinerated.
That's right.
And, you know, it's just going to take a long time if you do. You can do some of it, but a lot of these people, I know that guy right there that's talking. I know my people. You'll be on that thing tonight, throwing the stuff away, and your site it'll look perfect within 24 hours, and that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to wait around for 7 months till the city hires some demolition contract
If
that's going to
individuals
charge him
want to build-
$25,000 to do his lot.
Yeah.
I think you have emergency powers just like I do, and I'm exercising my emergency powers. You have to exercise them also.
I did exercise them.
Because I looked,
signed
I mean,
an
you have a
emergency
very powerful
declaration.
emergency power, and you
Yes.
can do everything within 24 hours.
Yes. And if individuals want to clear out their property, they can. Well, yes, but you know that you will be able to go back soon.
Mr. President.
We think within a week.
That's a long time, a week. I'll be honest. To me, everyone's standing in front of
That's
their
a
house.
long
They want to
time.
go to work, and they're not allowed to do it.
And the most important
a week
thing
is
is
a
for
long
people
time.
to be safe.
A week is a long time.
They're safe. They're safe. You know what? They're not safe. They're not safe now. They're going to be much safer. A week is actually a long time, the way I look at it. I
It
watch
is.
hundreds of people standing in front of their lots, and they're not allowed to go in. It's all burned. It's gone. It's done. Nothing's going to happen to it. It's not going to burn anymore. There's nothing to burn. There's almost nothing to burn. And they want to go in. The people are all over the place. They're standing, and I say, "Why aren't you going in?" "We're trying to get a permit." And the permit's going to take them, everybody said 18 months. You said 18 months. You said 18 months.
Last night.
And that was last night.
On that. Right. It was the first time.
Yesterday.
Mr. President, we're going to be together next week, and during the interim, many of us are involved in, and Tom.
Yo, this man is just fear. Like Trump is just a fearless, like, savage, bro. It can be a million people in the room, and he will push back every last one of them. Like, I just like seeing that, bro. It's just satisfying seeing somebody just stand their ground and stand on their principles like he does. That shit is fire.
McClintock, who you know has been an expert on this for years.
That's right.
We are going to be putting conditions on the money that do two things: require that it be done timely and affordable, and then secondly, that we protect those who will come afterwards. As we speak, there are 6,000 acres burning in my district on the Mexican border. There will be more fires until we include in any disaster relief items which will prevent it or at least mitigate it from happening again. So you're going to see us proposing both of those.
Like water. Little
We're
things
gonna
like
do
water.
that for
You
them.
know, the party of common sense. See, we're the party of common sense. You're not, in all fairness.
It's common sense, bro. Like, golly. That was hilarious. Trump does not care, bro. He's gonna say what's on his mind. You gotta respect that shit, man. That was hilarious. I'm glad I watched that one. I need to do a lot more of these, man. You guys are starting to get me more into this politics stuff, and I actually like doing it. I actually like getting involved in it and learning more about it. Hey, I enjoyed that one, y'all. Thanks for the request. I got more coming up, guys, but if you like what I did here, give me a like and subscribe. See you cats in the next video. We out.